Okay, so I will go over through implementation. As my friend said, we are using Peak Latin for our implementation of our project. So Peak Latin is basically same like SQL language. So we can write queries as we can write in SQL, and as like Peak Latin run on top of the MapReduce. So it internally convert the Peak Latin query into MapReduce program and run accordingly. So here one of the statement here. So to load the data set into pig environment. So the load keyword, and then here this is the path for our input file in HDFS, and here is the mapping of our columns in our data set into the variable according variable. Next is we have solved three queries or three problems for our final project. So first one is what is the most occurred complaint that has been registered at Times Square. So here we load our data set into pig environment, and what we did is filter out the filter out the complaint that has registered only at Times Square, and from those complaint we perform group by operation by complaint to so like to count the how many time each complaint has been occurred, and then we perform order by operation and sort all the data, all the result to descending order. And for the output purpose I displayed here top three results. So as you can see here, this screenshot display the output in the pig environment. But to store that output into HDFS, we have to use store keyword, and this is the resulting variable top three. Into this is output directory using pig storage, and this is separated by comma. So all the output data will be separated by comma, and we can see that the homeless person assistant is the like most common complaint registered at Times Square with the count 35. Noise is at second number, and consumer complaint is at third number. Second problem we have solved is what is the agency that handled the most number of complaint in Bronx that ended up being not resolved. So we have to count first, like we have to count all the complaint in the Bronx and only those complaints that are not resolved by a particular agency. And so first we load the data into in pig environment, and then we filter out the data or complaint to that occur only at Bronx and whose status is not resolved. After that, we have performed group by operation by agency to count how many complaints that each agency has handled. After that, we have performed maximum operation to get the result of maximum, like which agency has the maximum number of complaint that hasn't been resolved by that agency. And as we can see here that Department of Housing Preservation and Development agency with the count 5691 a number of complaints that they were not being able to resolve that number of complaint. So here we are getting the interesting insight. And third problem that we have solved is to find top 10 zip code area by most number of complaint resolved within a day. It means within a 24-hour after it's registered. So this is a very interesting problem, I would like to say, because data were very messy, and in this particular problem we have to compare uh, time or date time function. So actually I would like to go through peak commands for particularly these problems so we can understand better. So here I load our data from the HDFS. I didn't write whole statement because it's too much long. So yeah, here we load our data, and from those data we just filter out the all the complaint whose status is closed. It means it's resolved. From that, we have generated a new column. It's here it's a to date function will convert the day created date and closed date into particularly date format, and hours between is a function provided in pig latin to compare two dates, to date or daytime function values. So we put this in our query and create a new column called hours to it just basically is the difference of hours to take the complaint to resolve. After then we filter those data by only the value less than or equal to 24 hour, because we are interested in the 24, so all the complaint data resolved within 24 hour. After then we have group all those data by incident zip, it means by zip code, and count and perform count operation to count all the complaint in particular zip code, and then perform ordering, means sort them in descending order and limit those result by 10. So it will just display a top 10 count of complaint. So let me just show you result. So here the first value looks like null. It means there are some missing value, but those value count is maximum with 35,560. So it's just basically showing the value is missing, but the count is 35,560 number of complaint that has been resolved within 24 hour. Second count is 14,845 complaint that has been resolved within 24 hour in zip code 11,226. And for zip code 11,385, there are 13,560 complaint that has been resolved within 24 hours. So I could say it's a very good insight we were able to find from this data set.